Welcome to Nordic Market News, Wednesday, October the 19th. This program is brought to you by news agency Direkt in Stockholm, Sweden, on behalf of Infront. We start with the stock market index of the Nordic countries. Yesterday's plus trade is today followed up by a small to unchanged movement on the opening trade. Helsinki 25 is down 0.3%. OMX 30 in Stockholm minus 0.2%. OSEBX in Norway up about 0.1%. Copenhagen 20, 0.2%. And the overall index of Nordic 40 minus 0.1%. In Sweden, one of the four major banks, Handelsbanken, has today reported their third quarter with a result exceeding the expectations. The net interest income is one of the Q3 success factors for Handelsbanken, and the credit loss is weighed down by a single poor one-time commitment, says CEO Anders Bovin in a report conference today. The operating result for Handelsbanken during Q3 was just below 5.7 billion Swedish crown compared to 4.7 billion of Q3 of last year. Also on the Swedish stock exchange, MedClair International, or previous US Energy, is halted on today's trade when the entire board steps down. The board says they have no trust for their main owner, Anders Lagerberg, which is the sole reason of the entire board leaving in unison. In Norway, following up on Handelsbanken, Handelsbanken Norge presents operating result of 697 million Norwegian crowns. This is an improvement of 6% compared to Q3 of last year. And the Norwegian crown is reported by Nordic Market to be at the highest level in 15 months, and Nordic Market expects a further increase. Meanwhile, the Norwegian Labour Agency points to a favorable position within the unemployment rate, and it continues to drop, which is likely to proceed until at least 2018. In Finland, the Swedish investor increases ownership in Wärtsilä, which has struggled in the Helsinki 25 today with a drop of 1.5%. On the other hand, we have Outokumpu, which is ahead in the Helsinki 25 with about 1.5% plus. A majority of the Finnish workers wants to establish a minimum wage law of 10 euro per hour. A survey conducted by Finnish YLE proves about 2/3 of the working force is positive towards a minimum monthly payment of 1,600 euro. But the domestic business world as well as the union force are skeptical to induce a minimum wage regulated by law. And finally, in Denmark, Pandora continues to be the brightest shining star with the Copenhagen 20 after last week's announcement of an Alibaba deal. Meanwhile, the major banks Danske and Nordea is being pulled by positive reports from their neighbor actors, Goldman Sachs and Handelsbanken. On the other hand, Jyske Bank drops 1% on today's trade in Copenhagen 20 due to a reduced recommendation from Swedish SEB to sell. That was the headlines for today's program. We will be back again tomorrow with more Nordic news. Thank you for watching.